I'm going to show you how I make my templates up for using on the wheel. I print out, first of all I draw it on the computer, make sure it's roughly or pretty close to what I want, and then I will print it out and then get a piece of cedar, and then I'll stick these to the cedar with maybe some PVA or some other similar glue, just so it holds it down to the wood. Once you have that and it's dry, then you can use whatever means you like to cut those shapes out or rough them out so you can use them on the sander. Now, I use the sander here. It's ideal for doing this. I will be purchasing very soon a scroll saw so I can cut these out a lot closer to the line, which saves a lot more work on the sander. So we'll give that a go. Now, with most of the things that we do, we need to make sure we have protection. So you need eye protection, and you also need a dust mask. So I always use this mask. It's a Sonson mask. It's very soft and fits around your face nice and comfortable. The paper masks are absolutely useless to you. They'll still allow dust to go through. And if you have a moustache or a beard like that, it's absolutely useless. So there's no point using them. One of these will last you quite for some time. So we wear a dust mask at all times. So from here on there's not too much talking because I'll be wearing this. Now once you've done that, what we're going to do now is to take that large surface off the face there. So we need to just taper that all the way around. And the same with this one here. You just need to be careful that you don't get your fingers too close to the belt. So we'll give that a go, and in 5 minutes we'll be finished. Okay, now that part's been done. All we've got to do now, get our sandpaper, and we can just clean this all off. I won't do all of them, I'll do those later, just so I can save a bit of time, so you can have a look and see what it looks like when it's finished. This one here, I make up so it can follow the pattern or the form or the shape of your bowl on the outside. So you can actually use this to just shape the pot or whatever you make it on the outside, and you can use it in conjunction with that, so they're roughly made about the same. That's if you want to. So you can spend a bit more time in cleaning these up. Doesn't take long, and as you can see, half an hour. I'll finish this one off after about half an hour. You should have two nice tools that you can use in your studio. So smooth them all off, and you'll see they all turn out really nice and smooth. Quite a nice shape. You can use basically any shapes that you like. Generally, depending on what I'm doing, I can design whatever I want on a computer, and then if I have to, I can then make the templates or other parts that I need that allow me to measure the pot, so I get them all about the same. Now there's a little template, two of them. Doesn't take long to make. Just be careful when you use any of these machines that you're familiar with how they operate. You need to hold the materials fairly firm. If you can't have, or you don't have access to this sort of equipment, there's nothing wrong with using a saw, cutting them fairly close, and then just getting some coarse sandpaper and work your way through until you get the shape that you want. It's not hard to do. The cedar is very light, soft and easy to work with, and you'll find it won't take long for you to be able to get what you want. Now, these sorts of templates, you can't, a lot of these templates, because they're made to whatever shape you want, you can't buy them. And as you can see, it really doesn't take long at all to get some nice ribs made up to help you with your throwing. So try it out and see what you reckon. You can use for the other ones. I use Oregon because it's a finer grain. You've got to be careful that you try and have your templates with the grain running along the template, right? So they're all running along the template. If you have the grain going across this way, they can easily snap. So just be careful that you have them going the right way. So if you want to put holes in them, you can put holes in them. And they're very easy to use, very light. And I can assure you that you'll get a lot of enjoyment out of these simple ribs that only take maybe half an hour, if less, to make. And these are offcuts that I used when I did some work on the house. You can buy it. You might be able to get some offcuts from somewhere. It doesn't have to be cedar. You can use pine if you like, but I prefer to use cedar. It stays straight. I think you'll find that some of the pine, if you leave it sitting in water for too long, it might sort of cut or bend. Right? Have some fun.